absolutely rocking Caesars Superdome in downtown New Orleans. Tonight we continue with Wildcard Weekend with what should be a great one between the Philadelphia Eagles and the New Orleans Saints. Winner go home is the mantra, and off we go. We're underway in this NFC Wildcard game. And we will not see a run back on the opening kickoff. This will be a touchback.
Let's go now.
It'll be Sanders to begin the drive. That's to about the 28. Second down coming up.
Give credit to the deep.
Yeah, alright, my flow sinister. This ain't rap music, this straight literature. Small-minded, all your ideas miniature. They tend to hate on you when they can't get rid of you. I ain't going nowhere, 20-year career minimum. Call Hit Boy for beats, ask for 10 of them. I don't follow trends, I swing the pendulum. If the bag good, I'm gonna give her some. Let's reflect times, I try to collect minds from complex rhymes. And by the way, shout out Tech 9. Go and shut the up, just let me talk. I'm a time bomb that's waiting to go off.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL playoffs brings us to a sold-out and absolutely rocking Superdome here in downtown New Orleans. Tonight we continue with Wildcard Weekend with what should be a great one between the Philadelphia Eagles and the New Orleans Saints. Winner go home is the mantra, and off we go. We're underway in this NFC Wildcard game. They begin on the ground with Kamara, and right away they're going to stack him up right at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the game's first play, and it's second down now. Looking to throw right side, taken in by Godwin. And they're able to get this one across the 35. First catch of this wild card game for a 1,000-yard receiver in the regular season. He's got a first down, too. From the gun, it's a run for Kamara. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
That felt like a trap because it looked to me like the opposing front was on that play from the get-go. They had everyone crashing the ball carrier before he even made the line, and they hold him to just a yard.
38-yard line, 2nd and 9. Now back to throw. Looking for Godwin, but it's intercepted. Picked up by Xavier Howard. And the Eagles are going to take possession of the football. Nobody ever wants the interception on the opening drive to happen, but when it happens in the playoffs, it feels like it's a bigger deal. What a rough start.
And how about these visitors? The defense just went right on the field and seized momentum. You know, almost like they're saying, okay, no one expects us to win this one. Let's go ahead and give them a shock early. Took the ball from the home team and put them in the hole.
Because this crowd, one of the best in the league, especially this time of year, it's going to be tough to take them out of it, but that's a heck of a start. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. A nice run right there. And we talk this time of year about certain teams, certain players who don't have a lot of postseason history to speak of. And here's a man right here in his rookie season in the NFL, and he's being asked to carry the load at running back for this offense.
And he has acquitted himself nicely here in his rookie year. And look, I think we both believe that the burden's a little lighter on backs and receivers than it is on quarterbacks in the playoffs. But that's not to say this is going to be easy. As fast as the NFL game is in the regular season, it's like warp speed when you turn the pressure up in the postseason.
Well, into a sea of defenders and intercepted. It's the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. And the Saints are going to take over here at their own 22-yard line. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and it'll be 2nd down.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain. On 2nd down, Kamara. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And that is incomplete. Every offense tells you they want to come out and start fast. That's not unusual at all. But this group, they've yet to get much rolling through their first 2 drives. It looks like they have to give up the football again after this one.
Blake Gillikin on to punt now on 4th down. Taking it about the 16. A big kick there. We'll call it 56 yards on the punt. And it will be Eagles football, 1st and 10. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. As the offense comes out here, Charles, maybe perhaps a bit more of a focus on the run game for this drive after tossing an interception on the previous one?
I think that's a good way to look at it and a good way to think about it, but maybe they get to it in a little bit different way, because after you throw an interception, you want to make sure you keep your quarterback's confidence high. So maybe give him a couple easy throws that he can complete and then get to the running game and try and get things settled down.
And still in the first half here, a long way to go. A little bit of space there for the 1st down run, as that's going to get him about 5 yards.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side. It's a tried and true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he's since being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Hurts. The completion good. This is Eric Ebron. He's going to have the first down and then some. Look at the big fella go. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal. Well, for a tight end, he can definitely motor, and he shows off the wheels there after the catch as he's able to shake free.
Yeah, and that was sheer determination right there. He decided before the play, if there was a sliver, he was going to take advantage of it. Looked the ball in, turned on the jets, and took it all the way.
They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be second and goal.
Now, that's a mountain over man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater, he just made a great play there.
And he's in for an Eagles touchdown. A 5-yard touchdown run. And the Eagles will strike first here in this wild card matchup. Elliott good on the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And the results for them have not been strong to this point. 2 drives have ended in a turnover and then a punt.
So would it be too snarky for me?
He's got a man, complete. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. It's a gain of 35. So the big play moves him all the way across midfield to the 40 now for first and 10. They just do get the play off as he'll look to throw. Looking for Godwin again, and he's got him once more. He's been a one-man wrecking crew these last couple of plays. This time 18. Ready for the second quarter from New Orleans. It's the Saints in possession. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another first and 10. Back to throw here. He'll get this one underneath to Kamara. And he's going to have a gain of 11 to the 11 before he's brought down. First and 10. Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. And here he'll get it down to the 7. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
And the slot man goes in motion left. Second and 5. And he's got him. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Taysom Hill, a 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Saints are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. Lutz with the extra point, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
At their own 19-yard line.
The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Hurts and the Eagles come up here first and 10 at their own 19-yard line. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Open man, that's Devontae Smith.
Pass complete to Devontae Smith. It's a gain of 8. Brings up second and 2 at the 26-yard line.
Ahead of the chains now, 2nd and 2. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. It's a gain of 13 and a first down for Philadelphia. Although his reputation as a speedy runner precedes him, it's always fun to watch him work.
It is eye-opening, isn't it? Because when you see him get the ball and just go, in addition to that speed, it helps out his blockers. They don't have to hold blocks for long because he's just going to speed right past them.
Kentavious Street there on the stop.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
From the 41, Hurts. And his throw is going to be incomplete.
Whenever I see a drop like that, I have to kind of take a step back and check myself a little bit. So used to seeing those big guys make big-time spectacular plays that when they drop one, I have to remind myself, we ask a lot out of these guys. Block and catch the football, not easily done in today's NFL.
Here's Hurts to throw. And that's knocked away and incomplete.
Like what I see so far out of this defense because they've been showing their best coverages on 3rd down. So far, only allowed one conversion on a handful of attempts. One area of their game plan that they've executed to perfection.
They're going on 4th down with Hurts. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Marcus May with a pick. And the Saints are going to take possession of the football.
And Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively, getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively, not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
And a good-looking run there as he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18-yard line. It'll be a Saints first down on a gain of 16 yards. When he runs, he seems to do a nice job of knowing when to be patient and find the hole, and then when the hole is there, he goes quickly.
You're exactly right. He knows how to just take off, but you know what else? Brings a little thump with him, doesn't he?
He does.
He packs the boom at the end of the run and finishes it going forward. That's what you want to see out of your backs.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
I'm really liking what I'm seeing from this defense because their coverage has been playing at a shutdown level so far. Even backed up late, they're forcing incompletions and fighting to keep them out of the end zone as the first half winds down.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. They'll set up a throw. They'll get this out to Kamara. And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
The Eagles call on the extra defensive back here as they prepare for a stop on 3rd down. And they'll send the slot in motion left. 2 minutes to play here in this first half of the NFL playoffs. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. And the slot man goes in motion left. He'll look to throw. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing fourth down.
The kick by Lutz is good. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. So the turnover leads to points as they add 3 there.
Yeah, what a sequence there, and a nice one for them. They forced the interception, put together a little drive, and then come away with 3 points. Nothing to it, partner. Just do it.
This will be returned from deep in the end zone. And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line.
Let's go now.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you...
And Hurts is intercepted, his 3rd of the game. Marcus May with a pick, and he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Wants to try to end the PAT. It's good to make it 17-7. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Now, they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
But this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets this football out shy of the 30 to the 29. It's an Eagles first down on a gain of 11. Throwing is Hurts. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Hurts sets up to throw it. Complete. Smith has it. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
But first down, Hurts. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. And the Saints are going to have it here just past the 25. Well, CD, when you mentioned earlier about spreading the ball around in this game, I don't think you mentioned the guys in the other uniform. With 4 interceptions here in the first half, and several different guys have picked him off.
Yeah, instead of analyzing what's...
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. So we come upon halftime here in this NFC Wildcard matchup. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports Halftime Report. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. One of these 2 teams about to play their final half of the season as we're back at it in this NFC wildcard bout. He will return this from deep in the end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And Charles, that had to be an interesting locker room at halftime. This is a team that's had so much success this year. Haven't really had to deal with a lot of adversity at halftime, to be honest. But now he's got a man complete. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. The first play of the second half. A big success, over 30 yards. The big play has them all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10. Hurts a handoff to Sanders. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. And trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
2nd down, here's Jalen Hurts. Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
So now 3rd and 10, a big play to start the drive, but nothing since. He'll drop to throw. But it's caught on the right side at Smith. And this is going to be another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 37. The drive stays intact with a pickup of 13.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play.
Oh, that was a thing of beauty right there. Look at how quick those blockers fired off the line once the ball was snapped. That was an O-line on a mission, all in sync, and the defense is lucky that play only picked up 5 yards.
2nd and 5 now. Hurts. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line.
Well, it's time to give more credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line. But once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
And I don't think he got there, no. He's short by maybe a foot, maybe. Call it 4th and inches.
Well, it wasn't a big strike, but that completion put them in really great range. What do we have now, 4th and inches?
Yeah, it's not more than a half a foot.
You know what I would do here?
You would always go for it.
I'm one of those guys.
And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here.
And that's a big pickup of a 1st down. And you know that all week, both sides of the ball, offense and defense, are going through every situation. And in this case, the offensive guys had the right play dialed up because defensively, you work on 4th down situations as well.
And deflating for the defense. They can't get the stop here. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
Every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. So the completion good for 7 there. And it'll leave him with 3rd and a full yard to go.
They gave up the completion there, but this is what zone defenses count on. Catching the ball and not much run after the catch.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. Touchdown, Eagles! Dallas Goedert from 8 yards out, and the Eagles have cut it back within a score. Elliott now to add the extra point. And this is up and good to make it a 17-14 game.
Makes the score Saints 17, Eagles 14.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And maybe some renewed pressure on this unit following the touchdown a moment ago. He rifles one that's intercepted. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Eagles defense gets a pick-6 TD. So this whole game gets flipped on its ear right there. The interception, return for a touchdown, and this lead changes hands here in the third quarter.
And it certainly felt like this defense had a read on what was going on the offensive side of the ball and said, let's cut down our coverage a little bit. Let's be in a position to make a play on the ball. And, boy, that sure turned out well for them.
After the pick six, they go right back to the air. And they'll get this into the hands of Hill, complete. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Now a play fake here on first down. Looking long for Thomas. And that is incomplete.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect him to have more completions to him in this game.
And he's going to be intercepted for the third time thus far. Picked up by Xavier Howard. Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ballgame.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, and became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning. Threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How'd things turn out for him?
I think okay. He's the guy in all the commercials now, right?
Yeah, I think he's doing okay.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Hurts. This one complete down the field to Goddard. And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great. And what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired on. That's a big gain. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. What a difference a play makes. A huge step forward and now a small step back as he loses a yard or two. 1 quarter remains in this NFC Wild. So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. Looking to throw. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line.
The key to any screen play is all in the deception. That means everyone on the offensive side of the ball. But someone gave it up because that one wasn't very well concealed. And the defense able to rally to him and hold him for just a short gain.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This will be 3rd and 6. Now back to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. This will get the lead up to 7. The kick by Elliott is good, and that'll make this a 7-point game. From a defensive perspective, though, I think maybe they're saying, hey, we did what we needed to do, kept this a 1-score game.
Yeah, without a doubt, because they were able to bleed some time off the clock, right? Put themselves in a good position, but it's not out of reach yet, okay? Being able to hold them to a field goal means that they do have a chance to come back and win this game.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. If they want to advance in this divisional round, look, obviously the time is now. Trailing here in the 4th as they go to work on a crucial drive, 1st and 10. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
And based on the play we just saw there, he might not be the guy you want to challenge in coverage on these all-important snaps. He certainly looks dialed in right now.
So the incompletion, and now it's 2nd and 10, again from the 25-yard line. He'll look to throw. And he comes back with one complete. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard. Here's Kamara trying to run for it. And this will wind up a Saints first down as he's got this up to the 40-yard line. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10.
1st and 10, 40-yard line.
They'll look to throw. Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. That time, multiple defenders getting pressure, and it's a loss of 6. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. And they'll send the slot in motion left. Here comes the blitz as they look to throw. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
I know conventional wisdom says, hey, don't get it all back in one play. But sometimes you go ahead and try to. They tried to get it all back on that one. Weren't able to do so.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete.
Nice back-to-back plays defensively. They're stacking momentum now. 1 incompletion, 2 incompletion. They're going for more.
And the slot man goes in motion left. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. Open man has got one. It's complete. And he is going to have the Saints first down as they manage to convert. And that'll keep the drive alive.
That's good for the Saints. First and 10 at the 41-yard line.
They'll look to throw again. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
I'll tell you what, partner, after he ices down, he's going to need a nice long soak in a hot tub after this one. He's been under duress the entire game.
And once again, hit as he throws. Fortunate that one wound up incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Back to throw again. That one complete to Hill. And he has another first down as he'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 21.
1st and 10 at the 21-yard line.
Kamara up the middle. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So it's Saints football as we get you reset. They come up on a 2nd down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down to the wire. Here's 2nd and 8. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Thomas. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. They just keep marching right along. First down on a pickup of 8 there. They'll run out of the gun with Kamara. And this has been a recurring theme tonight for sure. Nowhere to run. Back to the line of scrimmage, that's all. No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
Partner, you've got about 20 coaches on your payroll, but there's 60,000 of them in the stands. I don't think any of them like that play.
And the later we go, it's starting to sound like 100,000 in here. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. He's back to throw. Touchdown, Saints. Alvin Kamara, an 11-yard touchdown. And the Saints are an extra point away from tying this game here in the final minutes. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And partner, we've got a tie game here in the 4th. Nothing separating these two sides. 24 all our score as he sends this one away. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Well, partner, here it is. They've got the chance to win the game. You'd have to think they need to get it near the opposite 40 to have a chance to kick a game-winning field goal. We'll see what they can do.
And you're right about that, because if we look at it in macro, that's what it looks like. But I think in micro, the head coach has already asked the special teams coach, what is he feeling? What does he think? Where does he want the football? What's the yard line we have to get? And he's already relayed that to his quarterback and his offense. They know what the goal is. Now the key, can they get there?
Hands it off out of the gun. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the midfield.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness. He's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35.
Partner, they're clearly saving those timeouts, but they still have to work with some urgency to put themselves in the right position.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. And the clock will now stop as a timeout is called with 5 seconds left. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Right now, everything resting on the right foot of Jake Elliott. This to advance to the divisional round. And that is no good. Oh, he missed it just wide of the upright. Plenty of chills and thrills in this one, and more to come here as overtime will decide who moves on to the divisional round. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And CD, we get to see the debut of the brand new postseason overtime rules. Now, as everybody is learning, both teams are going to be guaranteed an offensive possession. So they might get the ball first here, but a touchdown does not right away win the game.
And we saw many marker games along the way that sparked a lot of conversation. But the Buffalo-Kansas City game in the 2022 playoffs, that really brought about this rule change. What an amazing game, a true classic. Ended in overtime, got Buffalo getting a shot with the football, and the people didn't like that at all. So starting this season, if you make the playoffs, you'll get a chance to answer if the other team scores first. And that way, you get a chance to keep a great game as well as your hopes alive as you chase the big prize.
They'll throw on first down with Hurts. The quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
That's not the first time they've gone his way on this drive, and they were obviously keyed into him because they were there to help break that pass up.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Hurts. And this one complete to Smith. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield. Charles, you get into these overtime situations, that's not a bad guy to dial into.
Well, when you have to have plays, especially in a spot as you just described, we're in OT, you've got to go to the guys you can trust and you know are going to make the plays. Well, they say it's not the X's and the O's, it's the Jimmies and the Joes.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Not a huge carry there on first down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on 2nd down.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Here's Hurts to throw. And that one going to come up short. Low throw. So 3rd down coming up. And Charles, I guess the question for me, where does 4th down territory begin possibly?
I guess for me it begins if you have 4th and 5 or less. Because you got to understand your team and know what your play calls are. What do you have that you think you're confident that you can pick up that type of yardage? It might be 4th and 3 for some teams, but I think anything under 4th and 5, they'll think about going for it.
Throwing is Hurts. He's got Smith here. And some space here. Down the sideline he goes. Touchdown, Philadelphia. And Charles, that touchdown alone doesn't win him the game anymore with the rule changes in overtime in the postseason. But they still went down, scored, got the job done, and now they put it in the hands of their defense.
And with the other side now guaranteed an overtime possession, getting that score was vital. The pressure is now on their opponent, and their defense, they have to play off the momentum the offense generated. One stop, and they end this game.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And CD, the pressure is on here. Only a touchdown on this series will prevent their season from coming to an end right here, right now.
And this is why the postseason overtime rules were changed, partner, to afford teams an opportunity to respond in this type of a situation, because in the past, this game would already be over, and the losing team would be making off-season plans. Now they've earned their way into postseason. They do get a chance to answer after the other team scores first.
They'll pound it up the middle with Kamara. And a strong run that time as he's across midfield and down to the 43. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They moved it a combined 33 yards.
Well, they've certainly been successful throwing it around in this game. That's allowed them to move the ball on offense. But I've got to tell you, to watch them run the football and successfully, I'm not taking sides. But to see the ball in a running back's hands, oh, that's football for me.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. Loss of 10 as multiple defenders get to him.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
Back to throw. Out of the backfield, that's complete to Kamara. And they're going to get this down to about the 37.
And that was yardage that they needed there after the sack on first down. They didn't get all of it back, but now they look at 3rd down as a manageable situation, one that they have a much better chance of picking up.
He is going to find Hill here. And he has another first down as he'll get the ball down to the Eagles 19. That good for 19 yards as they pick up the conversion on third. Well, what a game this has turned out to be here. Second possession of overtime. Obviously, Charles, they need the touchdown, and now looking pretty good here in the red zone.
And in addition, they face a very important decision if they do reach the end zone. Kick the extra point, take the tie, and send this game to sudden death, or go for two and let it come down to one last two-point try.
And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a second and about a foot.
10 yards on the pickup.
A 10th carry for Kamara. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. 9 yards there on the touchdown run. Well, CD, they had the overtime answer. Now the question, do they tie it or go for the win?
Well, the teams already knew the best teams. They made up their minds before they got to the end zone whether they were going to go for two or go for the tie.
Now the Saints offense will remain on the field and go for two. And with the play clock reading 4, we're going to get a timeout. So we'll take a break with them and be right back. Lots of look to add the extra point. And he puts it through. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Well, one touchdown answered by another, and we see those new overtime rules come. Oh, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Paulson Adebo. And the Saints are going to take possession of the football. So a critical turnover on the third drive of overtime. And Charles, the end result is they're going to be set up in field goal range with a chance now to win it.
Absolutely, and all you're thinking right now as a field goal kicker is, go ahead and put me in, coach. I want to finish this off, and we can all go home with a victory.
So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. On the counter, here's Kamara. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
He's got exactly what you're looking for, the ability to not just diagnose a play and quickly, but to make a play as well. Nice job there tackling him for a loss.
Now, do you try for more yardage or get to the spot that your kicker wants? Here's 2nd down. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. Kamara gets it again on 2nd down. And a lot of talent on this Eagle defense, and you've seen it on these last 2 plays, both losses.
A loss of 2 yards. It's now 3rd and 15.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. They run it again with Kamara. And a short gain here down to the 22. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave them with a 4th down.
A gain of only a yard. It's 4th down.
Now we're going to get a timeout with 5 seconds left here in overtime. So it all rests now on the right leg of Will Lutz. Now a timeout called for by the defense. They'll be left with just 1 remaining here at OT.
A 39-yard attempt.
And the kick is good. He got it. And it's official now.